I want to ask you is, you called everyone that could be not so easy money, but I think it's time we say Renato Moicano, not so easy money. You agree with that?
100%. I was never easy money. The only time that I was easy money was against Korean Zombie, long time ago. He knocked me out on the first round. But since then, I changed completely my training camp, my division, I changed everything, so I don't want to be easy money.
Renato, that was a...
Yeah, if I could translate. Tout d'abord, Renato...
Bonsoir, first of all, bonsoir.
Good evening. Renato, on a dit vous étiez l'argent facile avant, mais maintenant on peut dire que vous êtes plus l'argent facile. Et Renato a dit que j'ai jamais été l'argent facile. Peut-être la seule fois, c'était il y a très longtemps quand j'étais mis KO. Mais depuis, j'ai changé le compte d'entraînement, mon régime d'entraînement et maintenant, voilà, je suis plus l'argent facile.
And Renato, if we look at your division, I saw Paddy Pimblett tweeted, "Let's go at Renato Moicano," but you just beat someone who fought this in 4 years, someone in the top. Is there someone in the top you're looking at?
I think Dan Hooker is easy money.
Ok, so, est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un dans le top 15 que vous regardez en particulier?
I'm sorry. I think Dan Hooker is easy money.
Je pense que...
Je pense que Dan Hooker is easy money.
Qu'il est...
Easy l'argent.
L'argent facile.
And when are you, because if you look at the fight, you didn't take a lot of damage, you fought a great fight. When do you think you could be ready to fight again?
Vous n'avez pas pris beaucoup de coups pendant le combat. Quand vous pouvez être prêt pour recombattre en fait?
I think as soon as possible.
Aussitôt que possible.
You've been vocal about one of the people you want to fight next, and that is Paddy Pimblett, potentially on the Ultimate Fighter. What's your message to him? Now is your chance to make that fight. What would you say to him?
Vous avez parlé beaucoup d'un adversaire potentiel, en Paddy Pimblett. C'est quoi votre message pour lui?
Don't accept the fight, or I will elbow your skull. Skull.
If he doesn't accept the fight, you're going to go back.
No. I'm saying, please don't accept the fight. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna elbow your skull. Skull.
Il dit veuillez ne pas accepter le combat parce que je vais vous donner un coup dans le crâne.
And I know you've mentioned the Ultimate Fighter to build this fight, and I agree it'd be so exciting. Why do you think the Ultimate Fighter fits the bill for this?
Pourquoi vous pensez que le Ultimate Fighter c'est le... In what sense?
What makes you want to fight Paddy Pimblett on the Ultimate Fighter?
Pourquoi vous voulez combattre Paddy Pimblett dans le Ultimate Fighter?
I think it's going to be a huge exposure, right? And right now I am looking for exposure. I'm looking for cameras to because I have been in UFC for 10 years this year. It will be 10 years, and 3 years ago nobody know me, and I always work hard. I always have put in the work, but it doesn't matter if you are the best fighter in the world and nobody knows. So I want more cameras, I want more people talking about my name in MMA, because that way I can bring more attention and I can make my case to fight for the belt eventually. Thank you, sir.
Parce qu'en fait, ça va me donner beaucoup plus de publicité. Ça fait 10 ans cette année que je suis en UFC. Il y a 3 ans, il n'y a personne qui me connaissait. J'ai toujours travaillé dur. Tu peux être un très bon combattant, mais les gens ils ont besoin de connaître ton nom, et je veux que les gens ils parlent de moi, et comme ça je vais avoir la possibilité de combattre pour le ceinture.
Another right here. First off, congratulations. Second off, we have to talk about the suit. You look great.
Ok, tout d'abord, félicitations et deuxième, il faut parler de votre costume parce que.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, sir. I'm trying to build a character. I'm trying to build an image. Back in the day, I didn't used to do that, but people want to see that. People want to, you know, and it's just part of the business now.
En fait, j'essaie de me construire une image. Avant, je ne le faisais pas, mais les gens, ils veulent voir ça.
Let's talk about your fight now. Normally, you're a guy that starts off a bit slower, and PSD is somebody that starts off real fast. Now, it was switched up. You went at it quick, you caught him, went to the takedown, and basically finished the fight in round 1.
Normalement, vous êtes quelqu'un qui commence doucement, lentement, et PSD il commence vite. Cette fois-ci, c'était l'inverse. Vous avez commencé très fort. Vous êtes allé pour le takedown et vous avez presque terminé le combat dans le premier round.
You know about MMA a lot because that was the game plan, you know? You see these three guys over there, they are my main team. Gabriel de Oliveira, Ivan de Oliveira, and Parrumpa. And these three guys, they were telling me all the time, don't be slow, don't stop. All the time, every training session, they are talking about, you have to be ready because he's very exposed on the first round. You have to be, and I know because a couple fights ago, actually throughout my career, I always had trouble on the first round because I was too slow. So, because of these three guys, I have been working on that. And if I can come to the fight like that and be ready since the beginning, nobody gonna stop me.
En fait, vous connaissez bien l'UFC parce que ça c'était en fait la stratégie. Les trois messieurs là-bas, c'est mon équipe. Eux, ils m'ont dit de ne pas être long, de ne pas s'arrêter. Chaque session d'entraînement, qu'il fallait que je sois prêt parce que lui, il est très explosif dans le premier round. Et dans ma carrière, j'ai toujours eu des soucis dans le premier round. Mais ces trois garçons, ils ont travaillé là-dessus. Et si je peux combattre comme ça, il n'y a personne qui va m'arrêter.
First off, thank you for the compliment. And I wanted to read out something John Hanning said. So he's saying that your strength of schedule has been undeniable, and it was a very difficult path to get here. Your last loss was a loss on 4 days' notice, 25-minute war against Rafael dos Anjos. It seems like you've really turned around your career. How did this turnaround for you restart?
Ça a été un chemin très difficile pour vous jusqu'à là. Mais votre dernière défaite, c'était une défaite dans un combat pour laquelle vous aviez que 4 jours de préparation. Comment vous avez renversé vos fortunes, votre carrière?
Again, this guy know about MMA too because everybody's talking about, now you have 4 wins in a row. No, I have 6 wins in a row on the lightweight division. I only lost to Rafael dos Anjos on the 160. That's not lightweight, that's a catchweight. So go to the top 15 and see somebody with 6 wins and 5 finishes. You know, like people cannot deny me anymore. I'm 35 years old, I don't have much time, so now it's time to go. And I want to beat Dan Hooker or Paddy Pimblett or somebody else and fight for the title.
Tout le monde parle de mes 4 victoires successives, mais en fait c'est 6 dans les poids légers. J'ai seulement perdu dans les 160 à catchweight. Il faut aller dans le top 15 et voir s'il y a quelqu'un d'autre avec 6 victoires d'affilée, avec 5 finishes. J'ai 35 ans, j'ai plus beaucoup de temps. Je veux me battre pour la ceinture.
Yes, Renato, over here. Congratulations to your performance. First of all, Michael Chandler is out of the Conor McGregor bout. Don't you think you're in line for that fight?
McGregor, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't think he's fighting Benoit Moicano.
Is McGregor an easy fight?
If you ask me that, a couple years ago, I would say so. But to be honest, one of the fighters that I respect most in the game is McGregor, because he completely changed the game. So I will pay my respect to him just because now he's almost a billionaire. So he can have, I don't know, 200 losses and he'll still be McGregor. So I don't know. He's not fighting anybody, I think. Of course, if they offer me, but I would not wait for fight McGregor, because like Chandler, it's just a trap right now. I think McGregor makes more money outside fighting, so I don't think he wants to go to a cage to somebody that is ready to kill somebody for money, you know? I'm ready to kill somebody for money, so I don't think he wants that.
Ah, ok, la question c'était par rapport à l'adversaire de Conor McGregor, il ne peut pas faire le combat. On a demandé si Renato il aimerait bien se combattre contre Conor. Il a dit, je pense pas que Conor McGregor va se battre contre Renato Moicano. Il a dit, mais c'est un des combattants que je respecte le plus, parce qu'il a changé le jeu, changé la discipline complètement. Il est presque un milliardaire, alors il peut avoir 200 défaites et il sera toujours comme McGregor. Je pense qu'il ne va pas se battre contre n'importe qui. Bien sûr, s'il me donne un offre, mais je pense que McGregor il gagne plus d'argent en dehors de l'octogone. Alors je pense qu'il ne va pas rentrer dans la cage avec quelqu'un qui est prêt de tuer quelqu'un pour l'argent.
And one last for me then. The doctor ended the fight going into the third round, but it was because of the damage you gave him in the first round. Did you think it were over after the first round? That the doctor would have allowed him to go into the second?
Le médecin a arrêté le combat après le deuxième round, mais est-ce que vous avez pensé que, en fait, le médecin aurait arrêté le combat après le premier round?
I was very happy that the doctors stopped the fight, because I don't get paid by rounds, you know, I get paid by wins. So as soon as I finish, it's better for me. But I think it was the right decision. His eyes were pretty bad.
Je suis très content que le médecin l'a arrêté, parce que je ne suis pas payé par le round, mais alors le plus vite que c'est terminé, c'est mieux pour moi, mais je pense que c'était la meilleure décision. Parce que ses yeux étaient assez amochés.
You talk a lot about money. Do you think the food is too expensive in France?
Vous parlez beaucoup d'argent. Est-ce que vous pensez que la nourriture est trop chère en France?
I think everything is expensive in France. I went to all the places were expensive, but guess what? Amazing food. Amazing food. I really like France, and I know you guys wanted Benoit Saint-Denis to be here, so I'm sorry, but I have to say I love the 1 week. I never been to Europe before, so it was a very humbling experience for me to be here in the old continent and to see such great things. And the food was one of the, even though I was eating little, I was going to places and trying a little bit everything. So yes, the food is expensive, but it's worth it.
I agree on both.
Oui, tout est très cher en France, mais la nourriture c'est incroyable. J'aime vraiment la France. Je sais que vous auriez préféré que Benoît soit là. Je suis désolé. J'avais jamais été en Europe avant. Ça m'a rendu très humble, cette expérience qui m'a rendu humble d'être ici sur le vieux continent, de voir tellement de beaux choses et dans la nourriture. Je suis très content d'avoir eu la possibilité de goûter plusieurs choses.
Hi, Renato Moicano. Congratulations on a great performance, man. But before the fight, I got the chance to speak to you. I asked you if you explored Paris. You told me you went to the Louvre, you had a great time. You put on a dominant performance right here in Paris. After the fight, you get the mic and you say some political statements about France. I want to address the elephant in the room. What caused you to make those statements?
Je vous ai parlé avant le combat. Vous avez exploré Paris, vous avez vu le Louvre. Vous étiez très dominant ici, et après le combat, vous avez fait vous avez fait des phrases politiques, vous avez exprimé des choses politiques. Pourquoi?
I like history, and everybody knows French Revolution 1789 was on Europe. We had the American Revolution on 1776, and they have their republic. But French, after they overthrew the monarchy, then they got Napoleon, and we know history, how that affected the whole Europe. So I have been reading this book, Democracy, The God That Failed Us, and Hans Hermann Hoppe is an Austrian economic, and he's explained why people embrace the idea of democracy and think we cannot talk about other stuff. And I'm not telling let's stop with the democracy, but let's think about that, because the majority is not right all the time. Actually, the majority every time tends to have, like, democracy usually they have bad incentives. So we saw the politicians, what they do. So I just want people to realize that to save you, you have to do by yourself, like I did, like all the people that produces do. So my message, that was just a statement to make a shock on people and to say, nowadays, all the government are destroying our money. Doesn't matter how much money I make, if in America, in French, or in every other democracy, if they keep imprinting money and giving welfare. I don't want to be too political over here, but if you want to understand all this, start to read that kind of book. The last time I recommend the 6 lessons, right, for Ludwig von Mises, and now I say, try to read Hans Hermann Hoppe, Moral Hotba, what has government done to our money, and everything that I say in here is leading to one thing: take money out of government so they cannot spend. And I know a lot of you guys don't like that, but my idea is one day, who doesn't have Bitcoin is going to be in trouble because they're going to depend on government. I don't like government at all, so I think maybe it's necessary, but you have to keep government at bay. So that's why I was telling that to people. So if you have same ideas as me, go to the YouTube. I talk a lot about that. If you're not, that's okay. That's up to you. You know, I'm not telling you to stop democracy, but let's think about that, because especially in my country, Brazil, every political choice is being on the wrong side, in my opinion. So that's why I wanted to talk about that.
J'aime beaucoup l'histoire. Alors, il y avait la révolution ici en France, aux États-Unis, mais après en France, après la monarchie, il y avait Napoléon qui avait beaucoup d'impact sur l'Europe. J'ai lu, je suis en train de lire un livre, Democracy, the God That Failed Us. Démocratie, le Dieu qui nous a... qui nous a fait du mal, on peut dire. Et ça explique, ça demande pourquoi les gens pensent que la démocratie c'est une bonne chose. Je ne suis pas en train de dire qu'on devrait arrêter la démocratie, mais peut-être on devrait y penser. La majorité n'a pas toujours raison. Si vous avez les mêmes idées que moi, allez sur mon chaîne YouTube. Sinon, ça c'est votre choix. En gros, c'est ça.
Asina Boita pour le média J'essaye qui percute. Comment tu as senti le niveau de Benoit Saint-Denis? Pour nous, c'est un des meilleurs combattants en France. Comment tu l'as senti dans la cage lors de ces 2 rounds, même si c'était pas évidemment son meilleur combat?
So what did you think of Benoit Saint-Denis' level in the cage tonight, even if it wasn't his best fight?
I will be honest with you, I really respect Benoit Saint-Denis, what he did on this division. I think he's very strong, I think he's young, but I think he needs to work on his game. Because usually, like, what makes him dangerous is what makes him vulnerable, exactly. What makes him dangerous, what's making him vulnerable. Because He puts so much pressure. If he can touch you, he's gonna break you. But if he cannot touch you, it's easy to see. And especially watching his fights and watch the way he stand up and he swipe fighters, always going 100%. I was talking to my coach. Once I got this guy down, he gonna make everything to swipe me, and he gonna be gas, and that's what happened. So I invite Benoit Saint-Denis to come to our gym to train with us, and I can guarantee he's going to be another fighter. He needs to get out of his comfort zone, in my opinion. But I think he's a great fighter, and I think he's still young, like I say. The problem is, they give him Dustin Poirier, Manny Moicano in a row. We are at a different level now. But I think eventually he's gonna get there.
Je respecte beaucoup Benoit Saint-Denis dans ce qu'il a fait dans cette division. C'est incroyable, il est très fort, il est jeune, mais il faut qu'il travaille. Ce qui lui rend dangereux, c'est aussi ce qui lui rend vulnérable. Il met beaucoup de pression. S'il peut te toucher, il va te casser. Par contre, s'il ne peut pas te toucher, c'est un peu plus facile. Quand je l'ai mis au sol, je savais qu'il allait trouver ça difficile. Alors je l'invite de venir avec nous, de s'entraîner avec nous, et je vous garantis qu'il va être notre combattant.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay?